Chat, we're here today. Control Oasis Pharah. I'm laughing because there's a mercy named Valentine. And if you know me, you know why that's funny as hell. When I get my health.
Hello, my ultimate is ready. Heroes never die. Gale the Mahal.
Not the close range. McCray, fucking.
I don't stay down.
Shit, what are my quests? Kinda forgot. Guess I gotta snipe people with my rockets. We can do that. Canned goods. That's funny.
Let's show him some air power.
My ultimate is almost ready. My ultimate is almost ready. There's one. Orbital ray is ready.
Justice reigns from above.
I am on fire.
Kind of feel bad about that one, not gonna lie.
The skies await.
That's why you gotta watch where you go stepping.
Over there.
I now hate canned goods. Everything I'll have will be made of plastics. I'll have microplastics in everything.
Heroes never die. Coming off the bench. Aerial positioning underway.
Bro, that guy's username is crazy.
Justice reigns from above.
I'm ready to initiate self-destruct sequence.
No. We'll come back from that though. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, not doing too hot. Ah,
Systems nominal.
excuse me.
I am on my way.
I've just started that Stranger Things documentary. I'm not gonna lie, the way they kind of started it by saying they didn't really have a solid plan for how they even end the first episode. I get they're trying to maybe like talk up the fact that they're like, oh look, we started this thing, we didn't even know how to end it. That's how good of writers we are, you know. It's like, okay, I get it. I get it. Then they constantly joke about killing off a character, which I also find just goofy because they don't actually do it. So it's just like, why are we talking about this? So I don't know. I'm only halfway through it. Oh no! Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. I gotta finish the rest of the documentary to flesh out a better, more full and informed opinion, but like, I don't know.
You might be able to beat me in basketball, but how about a couple of rounds of bowling?
So, you want me to beat you at every sport then?
Ooh, if I come, can we play with Bumpus?
We can do this if we fight hard and smart.
I just got an email from my teacher, one of my stats classes, and apparently I'm actually doing too much work. So that's funny. Yeah, I guess if you do a certain part of it, after doing another part of it, it actually takes your points away. Dude, I need to focus on this quest. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I've let it marinate. I've watched the background videos. That Stranger Things season 5 started out really strong. I'm not gonna entertain the, oh, it was his ex-wife giving him all the good ideas. I don't know that. It's a bold claim. I'm not gonna say it'd be the first time in human history where a man has stolen ideas from a woman. If that is what happened, we don't know. But, you know, maybe they just had a more fuller idea from the get-go. I mean, if they're saying, and maybe possibly bragging about not having a really fleshed out idea for even the beginning of the season, I mean, yeah, what does that say to the fans? It actually, I get you're trying to flex, but it makes me lose confidence that you started this massive series, and I know they say repeatedly they didn't know it would get that big. Sure. But now you're season 5. You're talking about every episode is basically the length of a movie. Shouldn't you maybe have a formula, a theory, a storyboard for the overarching plot for the whole show at this point? Just my idea. Probably not the wisest use of my alt. Thought that would end up better. Did not. You live and you learn. So yeah, I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think, chat. Did Stranger Things end the way you wanted it to? Have you even watched Stranger Things, or have you just avoided it? I'm in that boat with some mainstream media. I've never seen a Star Wars movie. I could barely watch the first one, and my reasoning is because everyone talks about it. So like, I can have maybe not the most in-depth of conversation, but a very broad conversation about Star Wars with most people without ever having have seen it, because of how much of it is in the public eye. And even apparently Star Wars itself maybe didn't give proper credit to some of the women that maybe helped form that series. My other take on that is, in a lot of ways, it's a ripoff of Dune. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. That name is crazy. I'll finish that documentary about the whole last season and I'll get back to you, but I want to know what everyone else thinks. You know, I am still wondering where the Turnbow family is. Where did that other doctor go? Was his name Sam? Let me look it up. Yeah, Sam Owens. What happened to him? I was a huge fan of his actor. Just there's a lot of open ends here. And even in the documentary, they kind of stress about wrapping things up. And it just doesn't feel as complete as it should have been. If that is intended, I would rather them just outright say it now that they're planning something else that'll wrap things up and not string us along. Because if it was intended and they're going to wrap this up in that spin-off series or something else or in the animated show, fine. That is fine. But say it so it seems like it was on purpose and not like this was all just one happy mistake after another. I don't know. Like, share, sub, and hit me below in the comments with your opinions. I don't know everything. I'm not going to claim to, but I'd love to have a discussion. Peace.